Hey guys, welcome back to the Chronicle Podcast. Today joining me is Neon Graystone, the Guiltare formerly known as Timmy, and as always, I'm your host, Marcus Chronicle. And before I ask you guys what's been going on, how you guys have been doing, I have two quick announcements to make. The first one involves the Digimon Adventure video I've been working on. I'm sure someone's wondering where it is because we've uploaded, this will be the fourth podcast without a new review. I am almost done with the script. I'm 90% of the way done. I have, I think, 8 episodes left to watch. And the script's going to be done, and I'm hoping to finish that, hopefully, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, and record it maybe this Thursday to Saturday. Somewhere in that range. I need it to be a little bit quiet. I think it's supposed to rain, like, a good portion of this week. And after that, it should be maybe 2 to 3 weeks before the video's actually out, because it's going to be a monster to edit. It's going to be a long video. And the other quick little update is we were supposed to have a fourth guest today, but he unfortunately couldn't make it because he's having some car troubles, and he needs his car in order to go into work because he still has to work during this. But he will join us eventually, but we don't know when. With all that being said, Guiltare, Neon, how have you guys been doing? Silence.
I've been doing pretty good, friend. Hey.
I love how almost every single time I ask how you guys are doing, it's just silence for like 3 seconds. It's been there since the beginning, and it pretty much stays.
What did you say? Sounds aside.
Has anyone been watching anything recently?
I just started a new one on Netflix called Cannon Buster. The description sounded pretty interesting.
What's it about?
Okay, so it's about an immortal, delinquent gunslinger, and two robots just kind of going across the desert and looking for a print. That's all it starts you off with, and this world is like sci-fi the first 2 episodes, but then in the 3rd episode they introduced magic, so I don't know what it's doing.
Guiltare, you watch anything interesting in the last week?
Yes, actually. I started on, I've been reading the manga for this and also started a show, but a little show called Land of the Lustrous I absolutely love.
I've not heard about that. What's it about?
Well, basically, the premise of it is that basically you have the Earth, and what happened was a bunch of meteors hit it. Basically 8 that broke off and became more moons, and that ended up killing off all the humans. And centuries and centuries go by, and new life forms appear in the form of basically these crystalline people. These people who are made out of gemstone rock, and they basically try to defend themselves from aliens left over on the new moons that are always coming down and to break them apart and turn them into jewelry. It's an odd premise, but it's a phenomenal show. I absolutely love it. It's very emotionally charged.
Sorry about that noise. The fan I have on in my room was making a lot of background noise, and I had to just turn it off.
No worries.
I
remember you telling me about this manga a while back, Timmy.
I started watching something again recently. The new Rick and Morty season has finally started back up with their new episode.
Episode 3, I think, or 4.
Episode 6.
Wow.
Oh, that.
Yeah, it started 2 days ago, Sunday. It was.
I haven't seen it.
It was a good episode. It's another one in the, hey, we're going to do interdimensional cable, but not really. And there's a better way of doing it because we could have just done interdimensional cable again. It wasn't a bad episode, though. The basic premise is Rick and Morty are on a train that keeps creating new narratives that they have to deal with. So it's just... It's some algorithm that generates new things for them to do, like, every single moment they get out of one.
Procedurally generated.
Yeah. It's an interesting episode, but it's not as good as the 2 interdimensional cable episodes that I really enjoyed. But how they, at the end, they get trapped by, I think his name was a storyteller or something, and the way they get out of that is actually kind of interesting and funny, but it goes on a little too long for what it is.
Is this trying to parody Infinity Train on Cartoon Network?
Maybe. I've not seen Infinity Train.
Oh.
But
it's decent from what I've seen.
It had it was a good part, but there was one moment right before they get captured where they keep getting punched through a window, through the front window, and into other storylines, which I thought was an interesting idea. Though about halfway through the episode, I went, okay, this has gone on too long. They need to end this. It's about 10 minutes of a good plot, and I really wanted, because the whole episode, oh hey, it's meta humor, blah blah blah. It's just an episode built around meta humor, and that's pretty much it. I wanted halfway through the episode, they should have ended the story and started watching Interdimensional Cable, and that'd be the other half of the episode. That would have made it perfect.
Well, because they've done this style of humor so much anymore, it's expected of them.
Yeah,
and they in the past were better than that.
Guiltare's RTC has disconnected. I am not sure if that's just his mic or whatever, if he's just gone from the chat.
That's Real Tech Client?
I don't know. So, we should just,
Guiltare has dropped,
give us one moment. We will be right back. And, we're back. Sorry about that. Guiltare just had some internet problems. So...
this will be a lot better when we're all in the same room.
Yeah. The other thing I watched yesterday was you know how last week or 2 weeks ago for the viewers, I talked about how Simpsons started a 2-part series called War and Priests. They put out the second episode, and I'm annoyed about what they did. I'm not annoyed enough to give it a review because it's not good enough or bad enough for that. But they were talking about how Lisa had never really been a Christian, never had any faith in it, which drove me crazy because she was a Christian in the original couple seasons, and they just ignored it. And about halfway through the episode, they, for a gag, pan over to a board of all of her past disappointments, and they're showing episodes from season 1 and season 2, and it just drove me crazy that they're going to sit here and say, hey, this character never did this, but on top of that, we're going to reference when they were part of this religion. The continuity is there in the episode, and you're ignoring it.
They're choosing to ignore it. Selective continuity. That's a new one.
I hate it when shows will do that. It drives me crazy. I don't care if they're going to sit there and she was never a Christian. I don't care if you're doing that, but you can't talk about episodes where she clearly was. It's like... It's like going halfway through a season of a show or series where the first half you see this character become vegan or whatever, and in the second half they're going, oh, they were always vegan. They've never had a slice of bacon in their life, never once. Continuity errors like that can drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I can understand it in like longer shows and stuff, like things that have been going on for years and years. But
Like The Simpsons.
like,
But when you
Fairly
The
Odd
Simpsons,
Parents.
there's a ton there. I think like something you could probably do a whole thesis on.
Yeah.
People have.
Like 3 seasons or so. Come on.
But when you're in season 31 referencing season 1 and season 2 and then contradicting yourself in that episode, stop. Just stop. You guys don't watch Death Battle very much or at all, do you?
Not recently, no.
Well, the next episode is going to be a fun one because they're doing, let's get some polls. It's a Disney show and a Nickelodeon show. Both action shows. Can you guess them?
Okay, what? I blanked out for like 30 seconds. What's happening?
The next Death Battle. Guess who's going to be in it? It's 2 action shows. One from Disney, one from Nickelodeon.
Possible versus Danny Phantom?
You got half of it.
Oh.
Guiltare, can you guess it? Like, I'll say...
Another action show.
Neon got Danny Phantom. So it's going to be Danny versus a Disney action show.
Disney action show. I'm trying to think of one that would be like from around the same era as Danny Phantom. I'm gonna guess.
I'll give you a hint. Dante Bosco.
Oh, okay.
Dragon Jake Long?
Yep.
Dude, I loved that show.
They announced it, and I went, that's going to be awesome. It's a shame we're going to watch Jake die.
Yeah.
And I told my brother
who have that many powers.
I told my brother about the next Death Battle, and he went, man, it's going to suck watching Jake die. Just, like, there's no... It's no contest. Danny just has too many abilities. And then if you bring in, all their gadgets, well, Danny has an entire armory of gadgets that he has access to. There is no contest.
Sure.
His grandpa could do more than he could, though. Didn't his grandpa know, like, magic? Or he was, like, sort of a wizard, too, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cheat thing.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've watched American Dragon.
Uncle from Jack Chan versus Uncle from American Dragon Jake Long. That'd be a good fight.
But it'll be out in like 2 weeks.
Did you guys watch the last Death Battle? I saw it pop up. It's the first one that's popped up in my feed in probably over a year.
With Kakashi?
It was All Might versus... It was All Might versus...
Rock Lee, or not Rock Lee, Mike Guy.
Yeah, I think maybe.
It was Mike Guy. I watched it.
I didn't watch it.
That was forever ago.
Oh, well, it popped into my feed recently. First time I seen one, I forgot those things existed, man. I didn't watch that, but I did go back and rewatch the Zabuza arc from the original Naruto for the first time in a long time.
Let me ask you something. When you get on the YouTube app, do you go to My Subscriptions or do you stay on the homepage?
I use the homepage most of the time.
That's why you don't see when people put things out.
It's mostly updates of people I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, but
along with new stuff that I'll watch.
If I'm on the homepage, I get videos from like 7 years ago. Like, you don't like this. This is brand new. I go to My Subscriptions. I'm like, oh, hey, they just put out whatever. Like, you go.
I have it to send me push notifications when the people I like best update videos or upload videos.
Yeah, I have a few of those too, but still, when you
I like the homepage most of the time. Like, you got to stay away from the trending bar in your homepage, but other than that, it's typically curated.
I always go to subscriptions. It's just that's the stuff I want to watch.
Well, I've got to find new stuff all the time because I get bored. I'll marathon a YouTuber and then get bored and find another one. But one thing that they did recently to the phone app on YouTube that I hate is the comments. They changed how comments are loaded on the phone.
They did? I didn't notice.
Do you read comments?
Sometimes, but not very often. It depends on the video.
On the phone, you can't just scroll down anymore, and under the recommended videos, it gives you the comment. It'll just load like recommended videos infinitely. You have to go up, and right between the video and the first recommended video under it, there's a little thing that says comments that you have to click. Then you have to scroll down, and it loads the comments after a certain number of videos.
I am looking at it right now. It's not doing that.
Then I'm insane, and it didn't change. Are you on the latest update for Android?
I updated it like 2 days ago.
Mine, it changed this week for me.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes my phone won't update an app unless if I restart it. Let me see.
Have you noticed any change, Guiltare?
Nope, I got the latest update.
Guiltare, are you there?
Nope, he's gone. So one down, one to go.
I'm not gone.
There you are, friend.
I'll say, YouTube Music changed, and it drives me crazy with the change they did. Because YouTube Music you had access to your liked playlist. You go over to the tab, and it's right there, liked playlists. They changed it to songs, and now it's some of the songs in your liked playlist, and any albums you have saved to your account. Like I have a musical playlist that I don't ever listen to, but I had it because they got some good music in there. I'll listen to a couple of the songs. So now I have maybe a third of my music that I'll listen to and that playlist. And it drives me crazy because I now have to go to a different tab, go into my liked playlist, and then I can actually listen to music. It's insane that they added like it's like 2 more steps, but it's annoying because every single time I'll go in there and immediately go to where the liked songs was.
Mm-hmm.
And now I had to back out, and then
changes are supposed to make it more user friendly,
and they made it less user friendly. It would have been one thing if it was like, hey, we're just gonna add this one playlist. Okay, I'll get rid of it. I don't care. I don't listen to it anyway. Whatever. And it would have meant nothing. But now I was like I had a third of my playlist if I go through that, and it drives me crazy. It's like, do you want to listen to your music? Oh well, you can listen to some of your music. It'd be like if you bought a house and you live in this house for a couple years, and one day someone comes in and says, yeah, you can't use this bathroom, the kitchen, or the laundry room. You get the rest of the house, but you can't use that unless if you go under the house and drill up through the floor. Then you can use everything. But only if you do that. But if you
pay a monthly fee.
But if you ever don't do that directly, you have to go out and get the drill again and re-drill the hole.
One thing that bugs me about it is where I have YouTube Premium intermittently, it'll keep the downloaded songs on my phone and all the videos even when I lose the premium, but I can't even delete them. Like, it won't let me delete them.
That would drive me crazy.
I can't play them or delete them. It's just taking up a lot of space on my phone. So I have to go in and clear the cache and clear app data from both apps all of the way, and then restart the apps in order, like, for it to get rid of those. And I have to do this like every 3 months because it's like how they pay me. I'm not getting paid. Like, there's like a week gap every so often between when I'm paid and when the bills due. And it kills me.
I was about to ask, why do you download stuff? Then I remembered you don't have unlimited data on your phone.
Yep. So like if I want to go for a walk or something and listen to music, it's like a pain when it stops playing. Yeah. Another thing is, like, it automatically downloads however many songs from, like, your liked playlist, right? And you can tell it how many to do.
Yeah, I don't use that option.
I do, and I'll download, like, specific playlists that I like. But what gets me, it's like when I would try to set it to play those liked playlists, like the ones that are downloaded,
Yeah.
I'd click on it, and if I had like Wi-Fi, it would still like, I guess it would play them over Wi-Fi anyway, even though they were downloaded. Because
Yep.
when I would lose Wi-Fi, it would stop playing the songs, and I would have to go through and set it. Like if I put it on a song that I had downloaded to my phone, it would play it still off the internet unless I specifically told it to my downloaded liked song.
Yeah.
I couldn't just go to like my normal liked playlist, and it bugged me.
Yeah, I've seen. I had that once when I did actually download music back before I had unlimited data, but not since I've had unlimited data, I haven't had that issue.
Well, because you don't have to download things or lose your connection off it.
Yeah, well, there was a difference in the last like 6 months when I was living in the middle of absolutely nowhere with one bar of service. I had so little service. I could probably have gotten a better connection in the Arctic.
Get those 500 free hours of America Online. Man.
I would have had better service if I was down south hanging out with a penguin. Probably would have.
Oh man. I was watching somebody play GeoGuessr last night, and it was hilarious. I forgot that game existed. It's like that get to from one wiki page from another game people used to try to do.
Well, that wasn't a game. That was just a challenge. GeoGuessr was actually designed to be somewhat of a game, somewhat of an educational game.
I'm not sure it counts as educational. Like it might be under that category, but it's not very educational.
Not really. It pretty much says, hey, you can't tell where this street in this world, in this place that you've never been to because it's halfway across the planet. You don't know where this is? You're an idiot. That's GeoGuessr.
The thing. I'm not sure how you're supposed to win, right? Like, you got to get closer to where you are, but it's basically just go until you see a sign that says, like, the name of the country or state you're in.
Which is all blurred out.
Yeah, and they're arbitrary anyway, because it plops you down. It's just like, how close are you? Because, like, just seeing a house and, like, grass or something, or, like, open tundra, that's not going to identify unless you've been to that specific area yourself. It's not really teaching you anything about the areas either, except for they either look just like what you know, or they're a barren tundra or a city. Like, it's not teaching you much.
Guiltare, I had some ideas for some character stuff, maybe some side content for when we try and make a D&D show that I want to talk to you about after this.
I completely forgot about what we were doing and forgot to look at that stuff.
Guiltare? Yeah.
He's talking. He's trying to communicate.
I'm talking. Don't worry, I can hear you guys.
We've got to get you a better microphone, my brother.
No, you were about to say something and then Neon started talking. That's why I was asking about you.
I'll see how it was. I forgot what I was going to talk about.
Well, dang it. Blame Neon.
That's fine. Most people do. Also, I'm having a hard time, like, hearing him. He sounds really muffled to me.
Well, that's because we're 1, over the internet. 2, you have bad internet. 3, I have bad internet. And 4, Guiltare has probably the worst internet.
Yeah, he definitely has the worst of us.
I will be moving closer to town soon. I should be getting better internet. Not too long.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
like
I heard
next
about
week.
that, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Congrats.
I hope it works out well.
Hopefully. Let's think. One day when we're all roommates, we'll all have better internet together.
Together. Oh, man. I'm just picturing us at, like, a big, fancy table. Like, all of us, like, 6 or 7 of us just playing D&D. That'll be the biggest, dude. Can't wait for that.
Be rad. It's a dream right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take down Critical Role and their handsome, beautiful faces and their charming personalities and their kindness.
we're going to have to figure out who's going to be on the show. Because I'm thinking, not counting Guiltare, there'll be 4 of us. So, 5 altogether. Probably Voidstorm.
Mac Dragneo.
No, because he's probably not going to be able to join us very often, if at all. So, probably Tristan. Yeah. So, it'll probably be you, me, Guiltare, Voidstorm, and Tristan. I think that'll be what our cast is likely to be. Which, we've got to put Guiltare and Tristan as far away from each other as possible, just so that anytime you and I are doing anything, they can just look at each other worried from across the table. Just get that. Are they really trying to do this? I've told them 1,000 times, no, you cannot jump a horse in a wagon. It's not possible. Well, why aren't they listening? Why is the wagon on fire? Where did they get fire? They're both Ice Dragonborn. How are they setting things on fire with their breath? What are they doing?
Nice.
Guys could be the ones you guys would be the ones to figure out how to do it. That's why I would have to be lit to survive.
Yeah. Every time we destroy his hopes and dreams and crush his heart, he dies a little bit more inside and becomes a little bit more undead.
I saw a mug that said something along the lines of F you on the DM. I said, I need to get that mug, only it says I'm the player, because I'm the player. And both of us need that mug. It's just so funny. Anytime you or I would get into an argument, you'd raise your mug, I'd raise mine. And it would just be a power of will. And it would a battle of will that I always win because I have more will.
Oh.
Picturing you two scheme that ruins something I spent 12 actual hours creating, sipping the mug in unison. And the bottom of the mug is one of them says F and the other one says U.
Oh god.
So on that note, should we talk about the artwork that we have for the episode? Because
yes, we should, because I love it.
We have not talked about it yet. I had a lot of fun working on this.
I have a lot of fun looking at it.
So for those who may not know about who our characters are, I am the one over on the left, Neon is the one over on the right, and Guiltare is the one in the middle with the mug that you can kind of tell says DM on it.
Mm-hmm. Speak to my soul.
Yeah. My favorite part about this image is the mug. It's just all of it. It's the mug.
Honestly, you did a great job, man. I look all mysterious and Tim Burton-y.
I also haven't said anything about. I didn't talk to you at all about your character design. I never said a thing to you about it. I just kind of drew it and then said it.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I love it. Also, I'm a little bit confused because I very rarely wear hoodies and I don't drink coffee, but also I love it. Yeah. I don't know why I love it. I do.
Well, the thing is, the mug was just the idea of, regardless of what you're drinking, I assume it might be a little bit of a coffee and a lot of alcohol. The most Irish of coffee. Because you're dealing with us. And you just...
Steal my Irish.
You're just hiding it.
Ground puppy.
But it's not actually a hoodie, and you can't tell in the first image. You can tell in the other one, but it's a cloak. It goes down past your knees and everything, almost to the ground. Yeah, it's just the table's in the way. But
it makes sense.
It actually came from on Twitter. I was scrolling through, and someone that I follow that does some D&D content had had some comic that just had some. I think it was a lich wearing a purple hoodie. You couldn't see their face and just the red eyes. And I went, that is Guiltare's avatar. I'm drawing something along that line, and that's why you're in the cloak. And they were also doing something, and I went, well, he has to have something, and that's why you got the mug.
Ah.
And now the mug is a joke. Just it's gonna be in everything. Absolutely everything. So, yeah. It's I had a lot of fun working on it. I had a lot more fun working on the other one because the first one I go, oh hey, we're just all sitting around at a table talking whatever, and then me and Neon are arguing about something. Neon's pointing at me probably because he's saying something stupid. Because why not? Will you stop that? It is so loud in the recording.
Who what?
Every time you post something in the chat, every image you post, it's just bing, bing, bing. Stop.
I appreciate
it's not making any noises to me.
That's because you aren't the one receiving the message.
Oh. I didn't know it made a noise.
I'm going to look into getting...
I'm not getting any noise.
Lucky? I'm going to figure out how to mute notifications like that after this podcast.
What were we talking about?
In the meantime, continue the memes, Rodney.
So this is why our characters are about to fight in the image. This right here. The notification sound. It came around. I didn't know what it was going to be about, but it came around. But the next image the second image I drew, which was going to be the one for this podcast before Mac Drag Neil couldn't join us. That one I got done with, and I looked at it and went, this kind of has a King of the Hill vibe with the four people standing in a line. So I drew a wooden fence behind them. So we're just hanging out in an alley in that one. that broke Guiltare.
Yes. Yep, just us standing
Where
in an
are you
alleyway.
seeing these images?
So, yeah, those were fun.
And I'm just picturing like someone walking up very aggressively to this group of ne'er-do-well looking individuals with the Spider-Man, a dragon, and a lich. One tries to steal the lich's stuff, and he's like, "That's my purse. I don't know you."
I want to make a joke, but we don't have the other image on screen, and I don't want to show it yet.
Where are these images?
The ones that I drew and sent you in the chat, like days ago.
Oh, messenger chat.
Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and root through my computer to send them over to you guys when I've already done it. By the way, these sucked to get on, on my computer in general, because I don't have a camera hooked up to my computer, so I can't just directly onto it with a picture. I had to take a picture with my phone and then upload it to Google and re-download it. The problem being...
You need a scanner.
The problem being, the back-facing camera on my phone is scratched up so much, you can't use it. It's worthless. So I had to use the front-facing camera to get a picture, and, that's not exactly easy because I can't see what the camera is looking at. And on top of that...
You need to get a 3D print.
On top of that, it's also if it moves around at all or the angle is off, I have to retake it. Not this one, but the other one, I probably took about 20 or 30 images before I sent you one just to look at. The finished one.
My scanner broke like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah. I should get a scanner. It would make my life a lot easier.
They've got little pocket ones that can, like... It's weird. Or, like, backpack ones, I guess, would be a better word. They're, like, just as long as a piece of paper is wide, and it runs the paper through. They're real small and cheap.
I cannot wait for us to be in person when Neon no longer has access to a computer while we record.
Did what?
It's an audio podcast where it's always audio, and every single time you're putting things in the chat.
Guiltare said it was okay.
Corrupted. Said I appreciated the
corroborated.
I appreciate
it. Every time it's like, it's an audio podcast. I'm not going to go through and edit the video going, here's a picture of a D&D mug. Here's another one. Here's another one. I'm never going to do that.
I listen, learn. Okay, I understand.
No, you don't. We had this conversation. I think in the first episode, and we're having it again.
I will walk you through this. Hit the settings bar on your computer. The settings bar in Discord.
Absolutely not.
It could be worse. You could have been doing it like during the super serious talk last time on like North Korea. Like just constantly, yes, this is a serious issue. We need to step in and prevent more loss. Ding! They live in nightmarish conditions. Their sister and his sister is a tyrant.
Yeah.
You stop that. No.
Well, see, my audio has been perfect because I'm not hearing beings every 30 seconds.
Yeah, if it's something visual related, I try and avoid it as much as possible. Like, I'll talk about the image we're using as the background, like the image for the podcast, but that's because that's what everyone can look at. Like, people are going to look at that.
I closed Google Chrome. No more messages. No more nothing. I understand. I didn't hear a bing. When Guiltare shot up the chat earlier with the message, or hit the chat earlier with a message.
I
haven't changed any settings.
I actively went through the notification settings in the last 10 minutes, found how to turn it off and turn it off, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna put the chat in there. It's like if there's something going on in the background, that's annoying.
I didn't hear the beep. I didn't hear any noises. Like, have you?
I hate Discord settings. If Discord has an update, I lose my mind. I hate when they update because they reset everything.
I've never changed a single setting in Discord other than like not to use default speaker and microphone.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I have to do that like every 2 or 3 weeks that I have Discord open. Like anytime I jump on here and it's not working right away, like I can't hear you or my microphone, you guys can't hear me, something always gets reset. And it's every single time they update their software. I don't know why they decided it would be a good idea to reset things, but they did. It drives me crazy.
I'm not sure it's active on their part. I as someone who's worked in like tech support, it's often not on purpose that settings get reset.
Regardless, it's just annoying that it happens so frequently. It's like when jumping on GTA Online, so often I would jump in on GTA Online and it'd be like, hey, have you accepted our terms and conditions yet? I have a level 57 character. Yes, I think I've accepted them 47 times when you've asked me 47 times, have you accepted terms and conditions? Yes, I have checked the box before.
You're passionate about this, man. It's awesome.
Because it keeps happening to me. It drives me crazy.
Oh man, no. Yeah, no, that one happened to me, but I've never had to fix Discord settings. Like they've stayed since I've set them.
And like the GTA one is especially annoying because I have always had the music off because I had the account and I want to make videos in this. I can't have the radio on because that would get copyright claimed. Turn the music off, and every single time that checkbox appeared, I had to go back into the settings and turn the music off, and it drove me crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that one. They shouldn't copyright claim their music if it's like the radio, because they know everybody Let's Plays that game.
Well, it's not music the Rockstar made. It's legitimate music.
Well, no, but they should have had should have done custom music for the game or something. I like the idea of having a radio in the vehicles and it playing music, but it doesn't need to be something that'll get someone in trouble if they play it online, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
Like, they're aware that people Let's Play the GTA games.
Yeah, like, back before that was really a thing to worry about. Like, the first GTA game I played was Vice City. It had an awesome radio station. Like, I really liked that game. It was fun to play. Music was good. But, that was never an issue for me.
They have a couple radio stations that are just like GTA podcasts or radio shows, right? Those wouldn't get you copyrighted, would they?
I'm not sure because I'm not sure if those exist. Because, again, I don't use the radio, so I don't know.
I normally have it on. Man, my voice cracked. I normally have it on, and I know there was one where they were talking about like Diet Sprunk or whatever that soda they have is, and then it was like a therapist talking to a really obviously disturbed couple that hate each other.
Huh.
And I'm like, this stuff can't be copyrighted because they made this. If they claim that, that's just mean on their part.
Yeah, but there's even video games that have their own music will do that. Which I think is idiotic. I think that if you are making a game, especially an indie game, that you want people to get... Yeah, like, honestly, the act of copywriting stuff like that drives me crazy because that is active promotion that you are getting rid of. Like,
because it's petty on your part.
It's one thing if you put up, like, a music video and then someone rips it and then puts it back up and if you are a band that puts up a music video and someone steals it and puts it up, yeah, copyright that, take it down, that's fair. But if someone makes an AMV of your music, of your song, just let them do it. It's free promotion, whatever. Even if they get a couple bucks off of you, fine. It's fine. Because,
not even on that part, worse than that, I know there's a lot of, people out there who, they'll, claim, stuff in videos for, less than 3 or 4 seconds of an audio clip or something. I know Viacom used to be real bad about that.
Yeah, stuff like Viacom is a different situation in general. If they're uploading the full episodes, that's one thing, but reviews... Viacom, I can't stand it when someone puts that amount of time and effort into something that someone can watch, and then you just go, yeah, no one can watch that now, and we're going to take all your money and delete your channel.
It is a new intellectual property. Like, they are allowed. It is fair use.
Yeah, even if it wasn't, if someone put a lot of time and effort into giving you free promotion,
a lot of time it'll be positive reviews. Like, hey, go watch this. Go buy this movie.
Yeah, it's
dude, why'd you take that down?
It's the positive videos that get hit the hardest, and I don't understand why. Because the negative videos, when people are complaining about something, that's where the views are, that's where the money is. But it's the positive stuff, like, this is amazing, go watch it. That gets taken down. What's the problem there?
For real. And it really gets under my skin.
And I would like to take this time to say, yes, I'm a review channel, and no, I'm not really had to deal with all the copyright stuff. There's been a few times, but I've never really been... If it gets blocked worldwide, I'll look at it and go, yeah, you know what, that's fair, let me re-edit that and put it back up. That's my general consensus. And if it doesn't get blocked worldwide, I mean, I can't make money off of it anyway, so I don't really care to just like, hey, Viacom gets a few dollars off this SpongeBob video.
The
Or like
channel's
20
not
cents.
big enough for it to be a real issue.
Yeah, it might be one thing if it was a viable situation for me to make money off of it, but it's just we have 56 subscribers on this channel right now, I think. So 56, 57, let's see. Yeah, it's still 56.
Anyway, what were you saying up there? Hello?
He's dead. Once ago. There will be one left standing. There can only be one Highlander.
Man, I left my Ouija board in my underpants.
Guiltare, we did not hear a single word of that.
Ooh, killing a leech only makes it stronger. One down, still two to go. Each.
Okay, well...
It's funnier for me because the first time you tried that, I legitimately just heard, like, abyssal whispering.
So
it's, like, actually kind of creepy.
I think that's a good note to end on. Thanks for watching. Join us next time. Again, I will have the Digimon Adventure review out. Not probably in May, but probably either the very end of May or hopefully the beginning of June. That's kind of the window I'm shooting for. So, again, thanks for watching. Anything you guys want to say before we end here?
If you're gonna sell your soul, get a good thing out of it.
Honestly saying, I screwed out of mine. Played a bunch of cats, so I had a lot to spare. Don't quote me on that. Recording, right?
Results may vary.
Okay. We'll see you guys in the next whatever we do. Bye.